And Vimeo is with us. Fantastic. You will need today a strap. So have a strap, usually the 2 blocks, 2 blankets situation, but really making sure we have a strap this morning. Crazy kitty parkour. I want you to stand up and begin by allowing your arms to loosen, your feet, your ankles, your knees, your breath, your attitude. And let it swing forward and back. Forward and back. So I know that our warm-up for our Kundalini has been the inhale, the inhale, the inhale, the exhale, and we're just going to walk this one around. You can go forward, you can go back, you can shift. So you're loosening through the shoulders, through the upper back, the tops of your shoulders. We're working at the upper aspect of the heart, where it comes up into the shoulders, the tops of the lungs. We're beginning to join the heart and the throat. And now let your arms cross. And start to feel across the chest and the upper back. Letting your arms be heavy, letting your knees be soft. Good. Just for 3. And for 2. Bending your elbows, your palms face the floor. We're going to turn a little left and right. Each one's an exhalation. Soft knees, elbows bent, palms face the floor. I want you to turn your chin. And your chin follows your shoulder, and the turn of the spine starts in the soles of your feet. Widen your elbows now, so your elbows come a little higher. And then you're going to reach one elbow out, back, back. So that you're crossing the body. Drawing one elbow back, reaching the other across, creating a twist. Good, and we're going to take that all the way up and over the tops of your shoulders. Just creating this steady rhythm of movement. Out the collarbones, out the fingers, knees are soft, heart is high. 3, 2. Good. And back circles, one hand and the other. And one and the other. And feeling all the ways in which we can move our shoulders, all the ways it starts to reach up. Can you feel this under the jaw, even into the palate of your mouth, to the base of your skull? And then forward, letting your head follow the arms, tuck of the chin, turn as though you were swimming. Upper back, out the fingers. 3, 2, good. Take your hands and fold your fingers into your knuckles and bring your thumbs apart so that you can take your hands wide. And now little forward circles, and let your feet move a little bit so you don't get sticky. And then knees soft, feet a little wider than shoulders, a little forward circle. And take that forward circle a little bit further back, reaching into the pinky edge of your hands. If this is too much for your shoulders, bend your elbows and take your elbows a little bit back, but your hands are doing a forward circle. We go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Interlace your fingers and reach up. And then reach down. So when you reach up, the heart can come through. And when you roll down, you can round and bend your knees. So inhale up, exhale down. As you come up, bend your elbows wide. Exhale. Inhale up and elbows wide. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, fold your fingers in. Last thing, hands wide. Good, forward circle. Now turn your thumbs up, forward circle, and turn your thumbs back, forward circle. Feel it through the palms, through the wrists, through the upper arms. Soften your knees, steady your feet. Take your thumb tips back. So your palms are facing forward, your fingers are folded in towards your palms. You reach into your knuckles right out of the center of your chest. You spin your thumbs to point back and you circle forward for 5, 4, a little quicker, a little stronger, a little ferocity, a little heat, 3, 2, good, 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 good. Let it go, hands up, interlace your finger. Walk your feet together, heels are under your hips. Reach up into the left hand and go to the right, look left. Heel down in the left foot and go up into the center, reach into the right heel of hand and the right heel of foot and your hands go left. Look to the right. Good. As you come upright, allow your hands to go wide and wide and wide and down. Feel the space of your chest, your upper back, your shoulders, your arms, your mouth, your words. Just notice the heart, the chest, the throat, the hands. This whole upper aspect opening. If that's the only time you have, start there, clear there. Otherwise, get in your blanket. Set the blanket down beneath your knees. If you need padding, set your blocks up in the front. We'll start on hands and knees. Knees are wide, toes together. Hips to your heels. Explore your first child's pose, a little shift side to side. So the upper back will have far more opening than the legs. So keep the knees soft. As you rise up, tuck your toes, hips up and back, down dog. Feel the arms are open and the legs may be tight, so the knees are soft. Float your heels, look back between your heels, drop your head. Hands and knees, breathing in. Child's pose, breathing out, 3. Rise up, hands, knees. Tuck toes, hips high, breathe out, look back. Hands in, inhaling. Exhale, fold. Rise up, hips up, press back, down dog. Hands and knees, and fold. Rise to hands and knees. Tucking your toes under, rock your right toe back, looking forward, draw your knee to your chest. Inhale back, exhale in. Starting to find really simple, steady rhythm. Just allow your right knee to swing like the hinge of a hip. Again, continuing these simple movements. Right knee outside of your right shoulder and then crossing back to the left corner. So from the line, create a diagonal and let the diagonal start to open the right side, the right hip, the right heel for 4 and 3 and 2. Good. With your right foot back, bring your right knee behind your left so your legs are crossed, your feet are wide. On your exhale, shift your hips back. It's different for all of us. It's early in the practice. So there's exhale, rise up, inhale. If you only go back an inch or two, fantastic. Just find a little stretch through the outer right hip and back up, inhaling. And exhale. Slowly, steadily, we'll stay for 3 counts. No pressure, no force, softening your palms into the floor, softening your elbows, your shoulders, your face, your back, your inner thighs, outer hips, until your toes move. Rise, uncross, left toes straight back, toes tuck under, left knee to chest. So we're just starting by moving the joints. First we're linear, forward and back. And then you can bring your left knee outside of your left shoulder and cross it to the right side behind you. Swing. Open, close. Open, close. Inhale, exhale. 3 and 2. Good. 1. Keep your left foot back. Bring your left knee behind your right. Adjust. Walk around on your knees as you need to. Widen your heels. And slowly fold your way back. Just notice where it's reluctant, where it's sticky and dark. There's your breath out. And on the inhale, rising up, chest is broad, wag the tail. Exhaling, folding back. Softening the face, the hands. Oh. Inhaling up as though filling the sponge of your legs. And on the exhale, you're rinsing it out. Just finding a little bit of pressure, a little compression, and stay right there. The hands are heavy, the elbows are heavy, the chest is broad, the head is heavy. Follow the line of your spine to the outer backs of your hips, your inner thighs, your knees, and your shins till your toes move. And then rising all the way up, uncross. And now walk your dog. Feeling out that the hips may have a little more space, the way your shoulders had a little more space. Look forward and step your right foot up. And as you do, find out, do you need to have blocks under your hands to find the lunge? Just take your time, that the front knee is over the front ankle. Heels of your hands are under the shoulders. And from here, lift the back thigh and take your heart forward, your gaze forward. Keep your hands to the blocks or to the floor. Step your right foot back, down dog. Left foot will step up and we find a lunge. So the left knee comes forward and brings the heart forward, which tends to collapse the back thigh. So press your hands down, lift your back thigh as you press into your back heel, take your heart forward. So the back thigh is lifting and it's taking the shoulder blades down your back, hugging the inner thighs, hands pressed down, step the left foot back, down dog. Good. So the right foot steps up. That will be breath out. The right foot steps back, that will be breath in. Left foot, exhale. Step back, inhale. Steady breath, right foot. And left foot. Exhaling as you look forward, lifting your back thigh, heart draws through. And now take some of the tension of that posture and allow it to move through. The breath gets longer and silkier. If my pace is not your pace, establish your space, your pace, and we will be here just 30 more seconds. And your aim is to take your heel back and your heart forward and start to feel the crease of your hips, the strength of your arms, the steadiness of your movements. For 3,
Where can you find strength as you plug into the hands, into the feet, as you lift the back thighs, you take your heart forward. Excellent. Excellent. You'll take your right foot forward and we will meet there with the left knee on the floor. And pause. Fingertips, hard up. Right hand to right thigh, left hand high, sweep it up. Now as you drop your left hand, let your hips come back and drop down. So inhaling the left hand high, bend the front knee, and exhale, take it back. And we move through, so now we're moving the hands and the hips. And you're exploring that front to back movement, and you're beginning to walk your gaze. As you draw your hand up, your gaze follows that line and set it down. As you reach up, you look up. And you drop that line. One more. Left hand up, stay here, or right hand up. Stay here or interlace your fingers. Hands high, chin in. Stay here or lift the back thigh. 3. Put it all together. Hug the inner thighs. Press the forearms, press the thumbs, back heel back. And then left knee down, hands down, step back, down dog. Notice the chest, the upper back. That as we open the legs, we are supporting the opening of the upper back. Drop your head. Left foot steps up. The right knee comes to the floor. Come to your fingertips. Drop your shoulder blades down your back. Hug your inner thighs. Soften your face. Left hand to your thigh. Right hand comes up high. This will be inhale. Drop your hand. Shift back. Exhaling. Use your feet. Use your feet to start to strengthen and anchor into the navel. And as you do, the upper back is now free. The work is in the legs. The stability is at the navel. And we start to take the gaze. As we come forward, follow the fingertips up and follow the fingertips down. We sweep up. And we bring that line of sight off of the floor and up and out of ourselves. One more time, sweeping up, stay. Work here or left hand high. Work here or interlace your fingers, pressing up, tuck your chin, firm your arms. Hug your inner arms, open your elbows, tuck your back toe, lift off, stay 3. The legs are firm and clear. Hug your right hip forward and lift that back thigh. 2, palms face the ceiling. All of it comes together. And release, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back and down to the floor if you use the blocks. Knees soften, widen the seat. Float the chest and open your elbows by extending your arms down into your thumbs, the base of your thumbs, and wrap your outer shoulders back towards your hips, as though turning your armpits to see one another. Thumbs down, shoulders wrap back, and then work the hips a little higher, the heels a little lower. The lines of the body open. Walk your feet to your hands. Good. Set your blocks forward. For now, hands to your hips. Unfold, sweeping tall. On your inhale, your hands come high, super steady. And on your exhale, they come down. 4 counts, inhale up. 2, 3, 4. And 4 counts down. 2, 3, 4. 4 counts up. 2. Lift your heels. 3, 4. 4 counts down. 2, 3, 4. Lift your heels, lift your hands. Lift your gaze 2 inches. And hands down, heels down. Keep it steady, rising. Beautiful. And hands down, heels down. Step your left foot back, hands are down.
So I step over the blanket. I'm about a blanket width stepping back. As you bend your knee, your hands come up high. I'm not taking my hands above me. I'm taking my hands just over the knee. So look down that your knee is in line with your heel. Your hands are just over your heel. Imagine pressing your pinkies into a wall, and that brings your navel and your low ribs into the body. And as you do, lift the back thigh and anchor the left heel. This will be inhale. So from here, hands down. Exhale. Reach. Inhale from your heel. And exhale down. Navel to spine. Keep your navel strong and breathe into the chest. 2, 3, 4. And out. 2, 3. Look forward. Look forward. Look forward. Look forward. Look forward. And down. 2, 3. We're adding on. Bend. 2, 3. Stay. Right hand only. So the right hand coming up, bend your knee. Straighten the front leg, right hand down. Turn your navel right and plug your left heel in. Reach. 2, 3, 4. Last one. As your hand comes down, turn your navel right, plug your left heel in. Keep all of that and now bend your front knee. 2, 3. Hands wide. Everything stays. Turn your thumbs. Interlace your fingers. Everything stays. Straightening the chin. Navel into the body. Turn your navel right. Stand in your left heel. 2, 3, 4. Little bend. Back knee. Hop in. Lift off. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3. And foot to the floor. Hands up high. And as you bring your hands down, step up. Right hand high. Hold your right wrist with your left hand and reach up and to the left. Shake out your right knee. Good. And then stand tall. Notice right side, left side. Your right foot steps back. So we're building warrior one a step at a time, a piece at a time, and we're allowing it to assemble itself. So front leg straight, hands down, bending the front knee, hands come up, hands in line with your knee. Here's inhale. Hands down, here's exhale. So hips square, inhaling up. 2, 3, 4, and down. Square your hips, firm your back thigh. From there, hands up. You're building deliberation. The heart is the home of your purpose. So we're organizing ourselves to support that purpose to come through. Good. Now coming forward, we'll keep the right hand high, and only the left hand comes down as you straighten your front leg. Now lift your right thigh back. Right heel to the floor. As you come up, keep that back heel. Left hand down, turn your navel left. Inhale, reach. Right hand down, turn your navel left. Lift your back thigh, anchor the heel, keep that, and reach. Good. Keep the legs, keep the navel, tuck the chin, hands wide. Interlace your fingers and send your knuckles back, navel to the body. Be firm, be clear, lift your back thigh. Lift your back heel, little hop in, lift off. 2, 3, 4. Heart forward, gaze forward, navel to spine, legs strong. Open the chest with the knuckles, back toe to the floor, hands out. As you step up, hands high. Turn your right hand to hold your left wrist. Left hand goes up, palm faces the ceiling. Left heel goes down, and you take your body and your hand to the right. Come up out of that right hip. A little shake, a little wag. Good, and sweep wide. Notice right side, left side. Notice the height you have and the plug of your heels into the floor. We can't act on our purpose unless we're anchored. Sweet wide, inhale, let's move a little. Knees soft, widen down. Step your left foot back, your left knee to the floor. Hands up high. And folding down, step back, down dog. Left foot steps up, right knee down. Hands up, inhale, let it move through you. And down. Stepping up. Unfold. Good, hands wide, down to the floor. Right foot steps back, right knee down, hands up, inhale. Follow the breath. And exhale down. Down dog. Right foot steps up, left knee down. Just a simple, steady motion. And widen down. Stepping up. Sit down. Sweep wide. Sit down. Left foot back. Knee down, hands up. And down. Step back. Down dog. Last one, right foot will step up, left knee will come down. And set it down. There's no hurry in the body. Down dog for 3 breaths. That you could be still. Let your attention rest at the base of the knuckle of your first finger and the base of the knuckle of your thumb. There's the plug. You plug yourself into the ground right at those 2 points, and you from there allow the outer shoulders to wrap back, and you drop your head and lengthen the back of the neck, and you lift and widen your seat. And you lengthen the backs of your legs, and you plug into the base of your big toe, your outer heel, your inner heel, the base of your little toes. The whole body is plugged in. Step your right foot up. And we'll set both blocks. I'm just turning so you can see me. Set the blocks, one on its belly, outside your pinky toe, and one on its side. So that you can take your left hand to your left hip and really plug that in. Or your 2. So as you straighten your front leg, again, lifting the back thigh enables us to find the back heel. Bend your front knee. Front knee goes towards the pinky side of your foot. So lift from the back thigh. Keep it lifted as you bend your right knee. So you're beginning to widen the pelvis. Inhale, rising. And exhale, bend. Back heel down, front knee bends. Good. Last time. Rising up. Don't bend your front knee, but bring your right hand down to the blocks. If you need to, look down, check it out, stand it up taller. If you don't need the block, set it aside, bring your hand down. And bring your left hand over the top. And then bring your left hand down to your hip, look down, turn the chin. Left hand overhead, exhale. Left hand down to your hip, look down, inhale. And again, looking up. Turning, plug into the left heel. And then left hand comes down. Inhale, hand overhead, exhale, and stay. Legs are clear and strong. Left thigh is lifting away from the right heel. Look down, if you choose, right hand to right shin or ankle. And as you plug in there, bow the left ribs open and drop your left fingertips, and the left thigh and the left heel are your home base. As though you were spinning off of the world from your left heel. Drop your head a little bit, bow into the left side ribs, open the left side body, and then left hand comes up, back, and bend your left knee to the floor. Left toes tucked under. Right hand goes back to the left thigh and the left hand comes up. Now trace the line. Walk your eyes above you. Walk the eyes back.
Walk the eyes back. Walk the eyes right out the top of your head. Widen your gaze. Widen your smile. Widen your chest. And then your gaze traces back up and forward and downward facing dog. Step back, down dog. Notice left hand, left hip, left heel. A long, easy, clear line. Good. We'll step the left foot up and place the blocks at the outside of the left pinky toe. Your back heel coming down, so one block on its belly, one on its side, finding your warrior two. And notice that when you first stand up, you might have a lot of weight in your front foot, so straighten your front leg and bring your weight back. Keep it there. Bend your front knee. And so as you straighten your front leg, plug into your back heel, lift your back thigh higher, and bend. Start to play with, can I keep myself anchored, aware, even as I move forward? Rising up, one more, plug into your back heel, lifted by your back thigh, float the front knee, and then bring the left hand down to the blocks. Triangle pose, the right hand sweeping over the top. We clear out the side. Here's exhale. Looking down, hand towards hip. Here's inhale. Your attention, your awareness, your weight, your anchor, your foundation is the right heel behind you. Inhaling, hand down. Exhaling, hand overhead. 3. Inhale, look down, reach back. And exhale, look up, reach over. And once you have the back leg connected, can you plug into the front heel? And can the front heel open your left throat, left shoulder, and stay? So this might be perfect, or adding the hand to the shin. Use the hand to transfer more energy into the left heel. And the right heel behind you now bow into the right side body. For 3. Where can you soften and smooth your experience? 2. Right hand high, looking down and back, and right knee to the floor. Good. Hands up high. Left hand goes to the back of your right thigh, look forward. And trace the line up the wall, up the ceiling, over the back, out the top of your head, and then widen your gaze as you widen your hands, as you widen your smile, as you widen your chest, widen your throat, and then trace the line back up and forward and down, and step back, downward facing dog. Notice the right side body, right thumb, right shoulder, right hip, right heel. Steady. Walk your dog. Walk your dog, and walk your dog. Good. A little strength in the arms, a little strength in the arms. Knees to the floor, knees together. Feet to the floor, feet flat, feet together. Child's pose takes you back. Take your hands a step forward. You know where we're going. Rock forward, elbows in, a little bend. And press back. Exhale forward, navel to spine. Inhale back. Use your legs. Hug your feet together. Hug your knees together. Close your eyes and let the legs flush the breath in and out of your body. That there's more and more work in the low body and less in the upper body. 3. and 2, and 1. Good. And just notice there's a little more power in the upper back, a little more extension through the arms, press into the feet. So we build the foundation of our standing poses. We take the work out of the upper back, but as we remove the work, we want to replace work with strength. So strengthening the arms, opening the chest to substantiate our purpose. Walk your feet to your hands. And now feet would fit 2 fists. Between them, take your strap with you as you bend your knees, sit down, heart high. Take root. We'll open the chest a little further by using the strap. Wrap one side, wrap the other, so that your hands are wide enough apart that you can come up and over the shoulders without gritting your teeth, without shifting your eyebrows. Up and over the shoulders. Feeling everywhere you've been starting to fit together front and back. Up and over the shoulders, up and out of the chest, until there's a steadiness. And if you notice, is one shoulder coming ahead of the other? Is one hand coming ahead of the other? Do you need to widen the strap a little bit more? Can you reach into the knuckles a little bit further? Three. Excellent. 2. Good. Hands behind you. Wrap your strap slightly closer. Chest is broad, but bring your ribs in, right? So ribs are in, navel's in, heels are down. Feel that it's not this, that I'm bringing my heels down, my tail down, my ribs back, my spine gets taller and my arms get longer. This is our upright posture. Bend your knees, take your tail back. Good. As you lift your hips, fold further, take your hands overhead. Good. Take a moment. Anchor into the heels, let the feet be very long. Let the back of the neck open, let the feet open. Let the shoulders open, and we'll move from there. Hands down, sit down, heart up, stand up. Exhale, sit down. Fold over, inhale. Exhale, sit down. Hands down, inhale, stand up. 3 more. Take your time. Sit down. Fold over, hips up, hands overhead. Sit down. Stand tall. Ribs in, heels down. Again, bending. Hips up, folding over. Sitting down. Standing tall. 1 more. Bend your knees. Now be strong in the legs. Press the heels down, the hips up, the hands overhead. Feet are long. Sit your seat down, and your hands down, and your heart up. Release your strap. Interlace your fingers and your knuckles down. Now, if this is your posture, this will be absolutely perfect. We will create a flow where we're using the interlaced hands, and I want you to be mindful of your shoulders. So if you can't fold with your hands here, you just keep them at your hips. Release your hands, bring them down beside you. Left foot steps back, left knee down. And bring your hands up, just as we've done. Just adding on. Hands come down, step your left foot up. Clasp your hands at the back. Lift your heart and exhale, fold over, hands overhead.
If it doesn't go further, then you keep your hands at your hips. Bend your knees, sit your seat down, stand up, hands up, reach up. Lift your gaze 2 feet. Palms together as you can, heels down, take a breath. Good. Bend your knees, widen down, right foot steps back, right knee down to the floor, mind your cat, right knee down. Hands up high, palms together, look up. And then fold down, right foot steps up. Hands to the hips or interlace, lift your heart, straighten your arms, exhale, fold over as you can, drop your head more. Drop your seat, drop your hands, sweep up wide. Palms together, hands a little higher, gaze a little higher, a little bit of a back bend, bend your knees, fold down. Left foot steps back, left knee down. Take your time, hands up, palms to press. Good, hands down to the floor. Left foot steps up. Hands at the back, either hips or interlaced, lift slightly. And then exhale, fold over, drop your head, lift your hips. Bend your knees deeply, hands down, sweep wide, inhale. Palms to press, trace your gaze to your thumbs, heels down, and widen down, folding. Right foot steps back, right knee to the floor, hands up high, inhale. Palms, gaze, lift, and fold. And step up. Hands to the hips, interlace, lift halfway, knuckles out. Hips up, feet long, spine long, fold down. Hands to the hips, bend your knees, seat wide, hands wide, bring it up, palms together. Good, last time, fold, there's a little more juice. Fold, 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 fold. Left foot steps back, left knee down. We'll take the hands up high and we'll pause for 3. Palms press. 2, open the throat. Soften, there's a quality of devotion that can come through. And release wide. Lift the back thighs, stay lunge 3. Everything we've done, feel it come through the heart and back through the heel 2. Step the left foot up. Hands to the hips or interlaced at your back. Lift halfway, lengthening out. And then belly to thigh, hands overhead, stay 3. 2, heels down, toes long. Hands down, bend your knees, sweep wide, reach wide, hands up. Slowly now, there's a lot moving, slowly now. Palms together, lift your gaze, lift your heart, heels down, press, stay 3. 2, drawing your hips under your heart, your heels down. This is the last set. So widen, take your time, let it all the way through. You've made tremendous openings. Knees bend, no rush. Right foot back. Ideally, there's a new connection to a flow, a current available in your body. Reach. So you sweep your gaze up the line to your palms. You soften your throat. You rise up out of the hips, up out of the low back. You press your front heel down. You open and widen your eyes. Then release wide and down and lift off to the lunge where we began. Heart forward, heel back, 3. But that back heel and that firm back leg connects your existence. I am. I exist. I have meaning. And you draw that meaning up into the purpose of your heart. Step your right foot up. Take your time, hands to your hips or interlace. Lift halfway, tail back, spine long. Fold now, fold now, fold now. Hands overhead as you can. Heels down, toes are long. 3. 2, no rush, no harm, no force. Let the backs of your legs rise up out of your heels. Keep the feet planted, bend your knees, hands down. And lift.
Take your time now. There's going to be a big release. Take your time. Anchor into the legs. There's your foundation. Your hands widen and rise. Take your time. Lift your gaze. Anchor your heels. Lift your gaze. Bring your palms together. You are a conduit reaching tall. Standing strong. Heels down. Try to spin your feet open and your heels in. And from that base, hug the hands. Soften and smile. And now tuck your chin as you widen your arms. Stay in your foundation. Little tuck of the chin, back of the neck long. I am this. The heart, the throat, the head, the hands. Both a downward anchoring and an upward inspiration. Awesome. Come to your knees and your blanket. Notice how you feel. You'll kneel on the length of your blanket. So you turn to either the left or the right. And you're setting one block to the left and one block to the right. You'll step your left foot toward the front of your mat. And your hips face the right side of the mat. Your heel is in line with your right knee or a little ahead of it as needed. So right hand, right hip, left hand, left thigh, bending as though our warrior two. So as you bend your left knee, take it toward the pinky edge, which means your right hip wants to fall down. As you come up, you take your right hip back, which means your left knee wants to fall in. So your left hand gently guides your left knee left. Keep that. Your right hand gently guides your right hip right. Keep that. Now the line between your hands becomes stable and long. And you're opening your inner thigh, your inner knee, your inner hip. Whole inside seam of the legs and the right hip. Left knee goes left, right hip goes right. Bring your left forearm to your left thigh. Right hand overhead. Keep taking your left knee left. Good. Right elbow to rib, look down. Right hand overhead, look up. Right elbow to rib, look down. As you reach up, feel it through the right rib, right outer hip, right outer thigh, all the way down to the right outer heel. Good. Now the hips a little side to side. So bend your left knee again, just as we did when we were starting, but now the hands in this position. Get a little further into the right hip, right side body, take all of that, and right side to the right side block. Pivot your left toes to turn towards the right side, and your right hand can find it flat, can find the edge, can find the tail. Left hand comes overhead. Now from underneath you, send that bottom hip, which wants to kick back, send your bottom hip, your right hip forward, underneath you. Good, your right toes are tucked under, and we spin to open. The left heel to the floor. The right hip coming forward, the heart opening. Slide your gaze a little further along the line behind you. Right hand down to the block, hips coming forward, chest is broad. 3, 2. Good, tuck your chin deeply to come out. Bend your left knee down to the floor and rise tall. Feel the left side versus the right. And put your right foot flat to the floor, toes point towards the back of the mat, left knee under your left hip, and just begin to bend and release. My left toes are tucked under. So the toes are tucked under to support the ball of the foot. I'm not on the top of my foot. I'm using my back foot as a kickstand behind me. As I bend my right knee, I take my knee gently towards the right with the right hand. And as I do, my left hip wants to collapse. As I come up, I use my left hand and I open my left hip, which means my right knee wants to fall in. So begin to work bringing both of them back. Left hip back, right knee right.
Start to open the space, especially when you sit at your desk and you like to sit with your legs crossed. We're creating a real closure through the front of the pelvis. We're creating a collapse through the low back. So I'm looking to lengthen from the left hip to the left inner knee. Good, one more time. Just deepen in as you can. Right forearm to your right thigh. And then the left hand comes up and over. Good, good. Bend your left elbow, look down. Reach your left hand out, look up. And start to feel all the way through the outer rib, outer hip. Explore where you need to, where you can. Reaching out, stay. Bend your right knee and then press back. Bend your right knee and then press into the left hip. 2 more. So right knee, right. Left hip, left. Pause right in between all of it. And the left hand comes over and down. Find your block on its belly, on its side, on its tail. Whatever serves you. And pivot your toes, the right toes facing the right side of your mat. So that when you bring your hand over the top, notice your left hip wants to kick back and you'll be collapsing. Bring your left hip forward, press your left toes down. Weight in the left hand, weight in the right heel, and send the left hip forward like camel, like ustrasana. And give it time now. Time to come up out of the pelvis, time to come up through the abdomen. Standing in your right heel, coming up out of the heart, through the throat, out of the mouth, out of the eyes. Left hip forward, left toes down. You are stable and anchored and supported. To come out, we tuck the chin, bend the elbow, and bring your right knee down as you face the front of your mat. Good. Knees together if you like, a block between your heels. If not, we'll be here just for a moment. Pause. We're going to rinse this out. So simple, really small. It's going to be a little racy for a second, and you're ready. Opening the front body, we clear our perspective towards the future. So come up, hug the block between your heels. Your palms will face the floor. We're going to start a little whisper of ha. As you hug your knees, hug your hips, hug the front of your body into the back of your body. Close the mouth, out the nose, same breath. Keep the breath. We're going to drop the shoulders a little bit back. Hug the thighs into the thigh bones and come back up. Steady breath. We're going to do that 4 times more. Hug the heels, hug the block, keep the breath. Go to your edge, pause a beat, and then rising back up. Find the top, and at the top there's a release from the knees through the hips, through the crown. Keep the breath, steady back, hugging the body toward the center, supporting yourself. Keep the breath. Rise up, find balance, and come right out the top of your head. 1 more, pulsing breath, take it back. Rising up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Hands down, tuck toes, down dog. Notice the body. Quiet. We're clearing the mind. Soften the knees, tuck the chin, release the hips, wide side to side, release the low back. Fold your blanket aside.
Good.
And you'll walk your feet to your hands and sit yourself down. Big bend in the knees. Take your blocks with you as you lie back. Let yourself be still. And in the stillness, noticing what you've done, what you've changed. Softening your face, the skin around your eyes, the mouth. Removing any sensation of hurry or demand. Softening further. Notice if there's any little tremble in your legs, in your belly. That little tremble is the nervous system releasing what it's been holding. So that with that ease, we can stand in the heels and create a restorative bridge by lifting the hips. Putting the blocks on their belly side by side beneath the low back. Tuck a shoulder under, tuck another, palms are open. And no matter your level of ability here with the blocks, just emphasize the drop of your shoulders into the floor. And as your shoulders drop into the floor, allow your heart to rise a little bit. That might create a little bit of an arch in the low back. You're seated to some degree on the blocks. Heels are heavy, toes face forward. So as you drop into the shoulders and allow that little arch, broaden the collarbones, bring your breath higher. So find a full inhale and then find one more sip right at the top of your lungs. And pause it for 2 beats. And then let it go. And really anchor your attention, the backs of your shoulders, the back of your head, the front of your heart. Inhale up and to fill the chest. One more sip in to fill the collarbones, and then pausing tall, dropping the shoulders into the floor. Softening the shoulders, the hands, and the face. And then we lift the hips and take the blocks aside, rolling down through the spine. Keep the blocks within reach, hands on thighs. As you press away, a little more length, a little traction. Arms out wide, heels wide, they feel the outer edges of your mat. Let your knees now drop left. Turn your right palm open. And then the knees slowly drop to the right. So you're on your outer right foot and your inner left foot. And your knees are falling right. Keep the feet where they were at the outer edges of your mat. Turn your left hand open. And we'll move side to side. Keeping the space of your throat and your chest open. Can you move through the legs and the hips in a way that extends and invites this opening down into the diaphragm, deep into the belly. So from the throat continues to open. And it's as though the throat is opening into the heart, and the heart is opening into the belly, and the belly is opening into the hips, and the hips are moving all the way into the knees and the feet. And there's clarity and ease. 3,
and 2. So that when your knees drop left next time, stay. Cross your left ankle over your right knee, stay. Drop your left knee and press your left outer ankle onto the right knee and press your right knee up into that outer ankle. Now send your hip forward as we did when we were on our knees. Take your hands overhead. Left hand holds the right wrist. Hug your ankle to your knee, hug your knee to your ankle, open through the depth of your right hip and all the way into your right chest. And let it go. Knees wash, hands wide, side to side. Any tension, let it through. Knees fall right. Cross your right ankle over your left outer knee and hug them together. Bottom knee rising into the ankle, top ankle pressing into the knee. Hug that together. Allow your left hip to come forward. Where can you be effortless? Hands overhead. Right hand holds left wrist. Drop your left shoulder. Soften your glutes and invite the depth of the left inner abdomen to the left inner thigh to soften and release. And feet flat. Draw your right knee to your chest. Interlace your fingers, keep it close. Feel the right low back release. Chest is broad. Stay here or interlace the hands behind the thigh or hold your outer ankle or outer foot, half happy baby. Left hand on the left thigh. Drawing your right knee down and down toward the floor. Standing in your left foot, press the left thigh away. So the counterbalance to the work of the hips and the low belly. Keeping the throat and collarbones wide and long. Good. Release your right foot and interlace your hands behind the right thigh and take them as low as they can towards the right hip. Press your right hip into the interlaced hands, straightening your arms, and now straighten your left leg and stand in both heels. Reach your right hip to be in line with your left. Let it straighten your arms, let it open the tops of your shoulders, the back of your neck. Stand in your heels and anchor yourself into the right side hip. 3. Feel yourself being rearranged, reordered, reorganized, reassembled. And the right knee bends and the right foot to the floor. Hands on the thighs, press away. Pause a beat. A little traction, a little space. What expression have you chosen, either by habit or intention? And then what expression would you choose? How would you choose to be known and remembered? Install that right here, the surface of your face or just inside. Draw your left knee into your chest, interlace your fingers and keep it close. Releasing the left hip, left low back. Work here, interlace the fingers behind the thigh, or the outer ankle, or the outer foot, half happy baby, right hand, right thigh. So let your right foot be flat to the floor and heavy. And let your left hip be heavy, and your left thigh, left knee is heavy, and the right thigh to press away. And we have an asymmetrical release through the left side hip and hip crease. Soften the face and smooth out your breath. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh and take your hands as low as they will go around the outer left hip. Press into your heel and sit your left heel forward and down. This straightens your arms, opens the tops of your shoulders, the base of your skull into your face. Keep that. Go further by straightening your right leg. Reach into your heels. Anchor into the back and even out. Right hip heavy, left hip heavy. The legs are strong and clear, and there's some action here. There's a little tremble. There might be a little shake. But the legs are strong. We're only here for 3 more breaths. And just feel the new lines. Let yourself reassemble around this shape. Knees bend, feet flat, palms open. Notice. Receive the rebound, the way your body adjusts here. The plasticity rolling through you. Go with that. Be rearranged. There is a purpose built into you. Built into your soul, built into your body, and built into your thoughts. Keep being rearranged. Keep softening and shifting and feeling what's landing, how it's becoming different from how you began or what you expected. When we are not aligned with that purpose, we can feel a great deal of tension and work, trying to keep our flow, our sense of ourselves. Keep adjusting your body. What's opening? What's arranging? What's arriving? This purpose coming through. The clarity you offer it. The devotion. Knees to the chest, hands to the shins. This is exhale. Heels up high, hands overhead. This is inhale. Tuck your chin. Hands to shins, rounding. Heels up, hands up. This is inhale. Exhale down. Inhale up. And we just stay in this steady flow. Close your eyes. Anchoring into the belly, into the abdomen, into the fire, into the self, confidence, the ability. Opening and closing. Good, one more. And we're going to stay closed a moment. Lift your head, shoulders. And for 30 seconds, a little breath of fire. Open your mouth, find a whisper of ha. Close your mouth, out the nose, tuck your chin. Shake out your legs with your hands. There's no tension in the legs. Shake out your feet, keep your steady breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet to the floor. Palms turn open. Unfolding. Walk your legs out. Tuck a shoulder under, tuck another. Feel the spine. Feel the unfolding, the unfolding. Keep adjusting. Keep inviting a physical unfolding, an emotional unfolding. Noticing the heart, the throat, the lower jaw, the upper palate, the arms, the hands. Give it 3 full breaths. Shake out your feet and your knees. Any residual tension, let it resolve. You are held in a great pool of light. Anytime the mind becomes busy, take 2 full breaths, slowing down, feeling the exhalation drop the physical body further to the floor. And just in this last minute or so, again, deepen your breathing. And then let the breath fade away, like waves retreating. You've been deposited on a shore. The utmost ease and effortlessness. And in this effortlessness, you are receiving everything you need for your purpose, for your dharma, for why you're here. Nothing to solve, nothing to learn, nothing to do. Become as effortless as possible and trust this reception one more minute. Into that reception, our reply. Thank you for something that was so spot on this week. Don't even have to name it, but you know there was something. Thank you. Thank you. Support, companionship, direction, provision. Begin to deepen your breath. Deepening the thanks, receiving the thanks. Are we giving them out? Are we taking them in? Are we in a sea of thanks? That's where we want to be. Hands overhead. When you bring yourself up, and rolling to your right side. Pausing to breathe into the back of your body. And I will take us through 2 minutes of the simplest of gestures. And the breath will follow the gesture. That everything we've done has led to these 2 minutes. Don't miss it. Rise up. Build your cross-legged seat. Take your time. So either seated on the edge of your blanket, on a bolster, on the edge of a chair, whatever you need to come up tall. If you need a new layer, whatever adjustment is necessary, find yourself tall. And in that new regal height, smooth and deepen the breath. This is the Vijnana Vayu is at the heart. Vijnana is for expansion. And so very naturally, the sensation, the shape, the gesture we make of expansion, the hands to the center of the chest. On the inhale, we just allow the hands to follow the breath up and out. And on the exhale, we allow the hands to return. Thumbs to the sternum, palms together. Very simple.
And as we do this over the next 2 minutes, we will begin to feel that from the heart space up and out into all directions, there is an expanse. Our purpose is to simply rise and meet the world and share who we are. That in this moment of total safety, you could move at your own pace and feel a clearing and an offering. Follow your breath. Gesture is simple. And on we go. Use your breath to open the spaces between your ribs, between the vertebrae. Anywhere in your life you're playing small or feeling insignificant, bring your breath there. The sensation of expansion and safety. The courage, the provision, the daring, the pleasure of being open to your own heart. Move at your own innate pace. Like petals of a blossom, slowly, slowly, or quickly unfurling, each with their own pattern, their own colors. Stay with it. This last inhalation, really reach into the fingertips, open the back, open the chest, the top, the bottom. Keep your hands wide right there, drop your shoulders, turn your palms up, make little cups with your hands, heart up, chin in, arms extended, whisper of ha. Close your mouth, out your nose, 30 seconds, go. Keep it going. Clear your reception. 5, 4, 3, 2. Big inhale, lift your chin, 3 sips more. Heart up, chin in, reach through it all. Interlace your fingers, reach higher, wriggle, rise. And then chin up, exhale, widen, 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 widen. This. All the places in us that couldn't go where we were moving, all the places in us that couldn't go where we were breathing, we add sound, 3 ohms to finish. A in the belly, U in the chest, M in the head. They are equal in length. You are bathing yourself in sound.
in the sound that began it all, in the sound of all things. Sweep wide. As the palms come down the center, there's our sound. Sweep wide, 2 more. One more. Thumbs to the forehead center. Om Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, perfect peace. Namaste. Sitting tall, eyes open, heart bright. Notice. It may be a whisper, it may be a roar, but it is yours, whatever you've made. Allow your purpose through, big, small. There is only one of you. And your ways are needed. Your desires, your interests, your curiosities, your foibles, your quirks have a role, have a place. Keep including yourself in your choices. Feel the discomfort when you don't, and know that that's a process we all go through all day. So I watch my love this morning so off his mark, snappy with me unnecessarily because he is not aligned. I see you, I feel you, I forgive you. It is not me. And then when I am deep in me, in my own misalignment, I trust that he can hold his own ground. It is not him. And we are together, and yet we are safe to have our experience, to find our way. And our hearts are clear and strong, again and again. Have a fantastic afternoon. Come back to it, replay it when you're ready. It's a super, super salve for the places that are caught and closed and quiet. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. for the last week of Anahata. This is your unstruck heart singing its purpose. Tomorrow 8 a.m. or Monday through Friday at noon. I will see you there. Thank you for your practice and your time. Namaste. Bye, Linda.